Rants Gen V, the only Gen V podcast that would probably still have eaten that steak. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Yeah, you just cut it out.
Just cut that bit out in the middle. You get a new knife and cut around that. And
maybe whack it back on the plate for, sear it off a little bit. Just be on the safe side.
Yeah, well, it's only medium rare, so at worst you're just going to get to medium, which is still better than no Wagyu steak, I suppose. But Wagyu's overrated. Well, I still haven't had it as steak. I've only had it in burger form, and I'd rather have it as steak before I make up my mind. We are, all of our beef is grass-fed. Yeah. Take that, Americans. But yes, Gen V, Season 2, Episode 5, the kids are not alright.
No, they are not.
No, they are not.
Fucking hell.
None of them.
Nobody is alright in this episode. There's some very questionable things going on. I have...
What? Questions? Issues? All of the
above?
All
of the above.
Why?
Things I did not need to witness with my eyes.
Not much worse than last week with the fruit bowl, in fairness.
Skip the recap on that one, thank you.
Yes, we did skip the recap.
I was
the second time around. Yeah, no, it was not pleasant.
No, especially when eating sausages. In gravy. It was not the best dinner choice.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, we have repeat writers and director this week.
Yeah.
We have Karen Gaviola, who did episode 3 of this season, and some boys episodes, and the writer was Lauren Greer, who was a story editor on all of season 1 and wrote 1 episode, and then this episode as well.
Much development in this.
Yeah.
But also equally amount of questions raised.
Well, yeah, every time we get more about Cipher, we get more questions.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to hold off on him because we have other stuff to talk about first, and before that, a summary. Well, a summary to do first. Well, I suppose that's kind of housekeeping.
Yeah.
Like housekeeping when I remember to do it. Cipher really puts the boot in following Marie's success in the fight. Cate's been put in Elmira for the gang's attempt to expose Cipher, and an attempt to free her sees everyone get locked up with her. Meanwhile, Sam goes home looking for answers, and Polarity's own search for answers lead to a thoroughly ruined lunch.
Oh, yes.
Well, as we said, maybe not entirely ruined.
No.
And Cipher doesn't seem to think so either.
No.
But speaking of Sam and Polarity, who neither of whom showed up last week, will we start with them?
Yeah. Polarity, very minimal appearance in this episode.
Yeah. Basically, we just see him at the aforementioned lunch.
Yeah. And Cipher reveals that he knows that Polarity has been asking around about him.
Not before offering him a human. Well, offering him an assistant.
Yeah.
They're human, but their job is just to bring you stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, can you believe that? And it's like, yes, he worked in many, many movies. Of course, he knows what assistants can do.
Yeah, but yeah, it's weird.
Oh yeah, no, the like undertone of it is absolutely weird. You're not wrong. It's like, hey, would you like a slave?
Yeah, to the black man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Completely tone deaf.
But being offered from perhaps white supremacist, but we'll get onto that a bit later. But yeah, no, he reveals that he knows what Polarity's been up to. Well, Polarity asks a few kind of gauging questions about, like, oh, how did you get, I saw the fight, and how are you getting what you're getting out of Marie, like, what are your methods, and what's your background? And Polarity's like, well, why don't you tell me, seeing as how you're asking all the questions about me.
Yeah, like in the archives.
Well, he says asking,
at Vought.
Yeah, around campus, at Vought, and in the archives. And I thought the archives thing was interesting because he doesn't ask about Cipher in the archives. Yeah. At all. No. He asks about Godolphin in the archives. Hold on to that for a minute.
Back to that one.
Yeah, and basically Cipher's just kind of like, what do you actually want? And kind of comes clean with them a little bit. He's like, what is your game?
Yeah,
with
you
Marie,
watch those kids, what the fuck is going on?
And he says that Marie is going to change the world. And Polarity's like, how? And he's like, well, tune in next week to find out.
And he's like, why don't you ask me the question?
Yeah, why don't you ask?
You really want to ask me? And he's like, what did you do to Andre?
Yeah, well, what happened to my son?
Andre, but the implication is, what did you do? You were there, you were fucking with them.
Up to this point, we didn't necessarily know Cipher had anything to do with Andre's death. From what we had heard, it was Andre tried to help the guys escape, pushed himself too hard and died as a result. But according to Cipher, it was all set up. And it was a test for Andre, and he just
push it to the next level.
Yeah,
he seems to be all about maxing out your potential and all them.
Well, because that's along with the hint that I think is there in the mention of the archives. He also says, when Polarity asks him what his deal is, he says he's been studying superhuman for years and you're researching them for years. and years.
Yeah.
And, just seeing that all they do is just accept their powers as they are and never try and develop them, basically. And it seems that was what he was also trying to do with Andre, but he says that he pushed him too hard and his little body broke.
Yeah.
He says it's so fucking callously, and I'm sure it's on purpose, like.
Yeah.
But that pushes Polarity that bit too far, and the
knife to the throat.
Yeah, the steak knife comes straight to Cipher's throat, and Cipher is not in the least bit bothered.
No.
Again, just adding further fuel to things we'll talk about later. But it's like, do it. Go on. You've got nothing. Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. Just do it. Go on.
Go on. Everyone's dead. You're on your own.
Yeah, go on.
You're hanging around with a bunch of kids. Come on.
But he doesn't.
Do it. Turn on the L, Mrs. Doyle.
Go on.
Go on. The classic Irish response.
Yeah.
Sure, you wouldn't fucking stab me. Go on, you don't have the balls.
Well, that's basically what he does, because he grabs the knife and stabs himself in the hand.
Which is also a very classic Irish response of, I will out-crazy you.
Yep.
I'm going to the hospital, so's one of you.
Cipher is understandably...
freaked out?
Yeah.
Especially when he stabs it through the steak afterwards.
Well, he says Cipher tells him you have no idea what you're dealing with, and then stabs it through the steak.
Fucking clearly. Jesus Christ.
And then just switches, and I love the way
he does that is phenomenal.
What's the actor's name? Hamish
Linklater.
Yeah, Hamish Linklater.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. That's how I'm pronouncing it.
I haven't heard him pronounce it, and I'm like, okay.
But Hamish, anyway, that's how you pronounce Hamish. Hamish is fucking excellent. Yeah, there's the way he switches, and he's like, anyway, I've got to take this call from Dana White in the UFC.
Weird.
That's how big the fight was, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't worry, I won't be upset if you
There's
finish
something
your
about
lunch.
his physicality as well.
Particularly later on in the episode when he goes to see Marie, and he's got the really wide leg stance.
But just there's this really over exaggeration of turns and stuff as well. But it really works with it because I know he's trying to see through the little slots in the glass and stuff.
This is the first thing I've seen him in, and he's excellent. He's really, really fucking excellent. But that's the end of the lunch scene with the steak ruined. And the only other time that we see anything from Polarity is further on in the episode where he's back at home and he's trying to get in contact with
any of them.
And it's all straight to voicemail. So
Emma's message. Nobody text. Nobody leaves a voicemail anymore. Unless it's important. Then leave a voicemail.
But he doesn't. He instead goes straight for the bottle. And before he can get anything out of the bottle, has a seizure. Yeah. And dude has a lot of sharp objects in his house.
Yeah, we were saying you'd think after the first time you'd have replaced at least the knives with something non-magnetic like ceramic.
Because there had actually when he's holding after
just for safety, you saw the carnage, the devastation of that ambulance.
Yeah. But just before
he's holding the frame and it's glitching. And
back in
through the photos, which I think is kind of a triggering event as well.
Back in the lunch scene when after Cipher stabs the knife into the steak, you see Cipher's fingers start to twitch a little bit.
Yeah.
Or Polarity's fingers start to twitch a little bit. So there is that kind of hint there. But obviously, using the powers has brought on another seizure, and he collapses, and that's where he's left at the end of the episode. So not necessarily in a particularly good place.
No.
I assume he's not going to be dead.
No.
They haven't left it like that just to bring him back in the next, or come back in the next episode and be like, oh yeah, he died, by the way. It'll just be something for him to overcome, perhaps, or maybe, I'm guessing, ultimate sacrifice for him at the end of the season.
For ultimate glory.
Yeah, no, but just for, he'll do something to sacrifice himself to save the kids, be a true hero, honor Andre. That's what I reckon is going to happen ultimately with him.
Swan song.
Yeah, and speaking of supernatural references, let's go back to Sammy.
Oh God, Sammy.
He gets called Sammy quite a few times.
Yeah.
Because he's gone home. He does his superhero landing.
Yeah, not an ideal thing, especially when you talk about how much he'd scared your mom and stuff like that.
Smashing the door in.
Jesus Christ, yeah, when he's just like, oh, sorry about the door.
Sorry about the door.
And I was like, dude, really?
Well, I mean...
Could you not have just, broken the lock? Just by twisting it? Instead of having to, shoulder the door in?
The whole door is off. It's gone.
Yeah.
That was probably a bit much. Especially because you go around the back, smash a window, get in that way. Don't take the entire door off its hinges.
I mean,
but,
come on.
Yeah.
I was going to say, has he never snuck out before? But yeah, obviously not.
No, just that one time when his mom wasn't Pocahontas. But that's later on. But fair fucks to the mom coming in with the baseball bat.
Yeah. Dad being like, I'm going to call 911. Mom's like, I'm going to fuck this shit
I'm going to fuck you up. But yeah,
get out of my fridge.
He's in the fridge when mom and dad
raiding
come
the
home.
fridge.
He apologizes for the door and for not calling ahead. He's like, maybe I should have called ahead.
Yeah, I let myself in.
There's a bit of a kind of standoff, and the dad comes towards him. Sam
takes a step back
really hesitantly, and dad is like, "Hey, do you still give the best hugs?" And comes in for a big hug, and I just thought it was really sweet.
Yeah. Sam's afraid of hurting them.
Yeah, but obviously you see in the next scene with them that the dad is more comfortable with Sam than the mom, because when they're watching TV, she's kind of in the kitchen hesitantly, and when he calls her in, she like puts a happy face on and goes in. They're watching more Avenue V, obviously, and Sam says that, oh, I actually met the actual Deep and not the puppet version. And Dad's like, what was he like? He's like, oh, he was really, really into frat rituals.
Yeah. Oh my god, the thing Sam comes out with.
Oh, well, that comes in the next scene.
It's so good, though.
Well, I mean, we saw it in kind of his early appearances with Emma that he was good at oversharing when he's talking about, like, what if I was all covered in nipples and stuff?
Just one big giant one.
But yeah, in the next scene, he's just sitting in his bed and he's looking at, I'm assuming it's his old bedroom, or his and Luke's. And there's all the like height markers on the wall from as he was growing up, and the dad comes in and gives him a box of all his old shit, and he starts looking through it and realizes that it's all just stuff from when he was really, really young.
Yeah, it's all like baby tokens and stuff like that.
And it upsets him a little bit, and he's like, did you just forget about me? Like, I was just a baby, and then I was just gone. Yeah,
we've been wondering how we're going to spin it, because Luke thought he was dead. Like, so obviously his parents thought he was dead.
Yeah, we said it at the time that like,
and then he's on the news. Like, how the fuck were they gonna like spin this one?
His parents got like vilified on VNN after Golden Boy died.
Yeah.
And we were like, at the time, I think we were like, well, they must also think that Sam is dead, and this is like their other son dead.
Luke was under the impression that Sam was dead. So.
And then at the end of season 1, Sam is like,
it's revealed on the news. He's named.
Yeah, I think it might have been the start of season 4 where they're like the Guardians of Godolphin that stopped the rampage. No, it's like
the very end of season 1.
But it is established that Sam Reardon.
And we were like, oh, fuck, that's Sam. Like, they name
what about his parents? Like, are they in on it or not? But no, we find out here from the dad that no, what basically happened was...
They were told that he was dead.
They were told he was dead.
They had a funeral. They buried somebody. The
dad
rightly mentions is like, who the fuck did we bury? Then your brother died. Like, it's a wonder they're being...
The mum didn't talk for a year after he died.
Right? Yeah.
And then the brother died.
It's a wonder that they're maintaining this level of normality.
Well, mediocrity is what he says, but yeah.
He was like, and then next thing we knew, you're on the news.
And that would have been literally within a month or two of...
You were on the news. And
the news, and then in movies.
Yeah, and Vought was just telling us that it was like a fucking... it was a...
misidentification error. And then
we tried to get in contact. We tried to we rang the school. We were told
we came to the school.
We were told you didn't want to see us. And
and
eat it.
It's not that. No.
It's not eat it, but it's like that's trying.
Where we've been.
That's it's not like we just forgot about you. Like we.
And even with that, he still apologizes for the lost time.
Yeah.
And in fairness to Sam, his first kind of response is, well, let's start making up for lost time and,
update the chart.
Yeah, let's update the chart.
I really like just when he's talking to him there and Sam's face going through all the emotions.
Yeah, no, Asa...
Germain?
However you pronounce the surname,
sorry.
Usual. He's great in this episode as well.
I was saying actually that it really reminds me of Daniel Jackson in the Stargate episode when he's got all the extra consciousnesses in his head.
Lifeboat.
And particularly the child.
Yes.
The interactions between him and Janet, but it's very similar to that for Sam. He's almost like he has reverted back to being a child and being scolded by his dad, and trying to process all this. He's never really kind of emotionally developed past, say, 14 or 15.
Doesn't seem that way anyway.
Whatever age he was taken away. Or isolated.
Well, actually, we skipped over the whole Maeve thing.
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ,
Sam's oversharing, which is how we got onto it in the first place, was because, he has the Maeve doll, and Sam's like, I wouldn't maybe touch that because
She was involved in some gender identity exploration.
Some sexual exploration.
And they're like, oh god.
But yeah, after
it's so funny.
After all that and the measuring, Sam looks out the window and sees his mom on the phone and immediately assumes the worst, that she's on to Vought, and runs outside. Now she does hang up the phone very quickly.
Yeah, like she does look a bit sketchy.
Don't think she was on the phone to Vought either.
No, I think she really was ordering a pizza.
Well, I mean, maybe she was and then regrets it and comes to see him later anyway. But he's freaking out at her, thinking that she called Vought, and accuses her of being a puppet and says, you know, you shot me full of V and it broke my brain. And the dad comes over to try and calm him down, and he does the same thing that he did with Luke.
Yeah, he approaches from the back and
yeah,
slams it. Well, he
hits him,
knocks the wind
knocks the wind
right out of him.
And the mom runs over to him, and as Sam tries to apologise, she's like, no, get away. And he seemingly does, because the next scene with Sam is him in the
park.
The park and
like
the playground.
The playground on the swing set, and it's dark.
Yeah, and the mum comes, has found him, and says she found him because that was where he ran away to when he was little, and thought that, or was upset because Pocahontas wasn't his mom.
We won't hold that against Pocahontas.
No. She spills more of the beans of their side of things in terms of
there seems to be
what happened before Sam left.
Health issues in the family.
Basically, Sam's like, "Why did you do it?" Or no, I think he basically says about the V breaking his brain, and she says, "No, like
we actually gave you it in the hopes that it would protect you, because there's the story about the uncle and an event that happens when Sam is 9, but obviously there have been previous events, and there's clearly a history within the family.
Yeah, but
of delusions and various mental health afflictions.
Yeah, and Sam kind of is like, oh fuck, so I was fucked before the V.
You just got super jump.
Yeah.
I wonder, can he jump?
What? I'll do a double jump.
Yeah. Do a flip.
But yeah, he isn't dealing with it too well, and the mum is kind of like, look, if you want somebody to blame, you can blame me.
You can blame my junk DNA.
If you want things to change, you need to do it. Like, you know what I mean? And
it's a very healing kind of trip home for Sam.
Yeah, I think it is. And I think it is going to make the difference for him, especially finding out that he was already predisposed to the issues. Yeah. But we were talking about this before we recorded, that I was like, what's the timeline of him and Luke getting V? Because he was certainly an adolescent by the time he was sent to Sage Grove. Yeah. He talks about seeing a vagina in that park for the first time.
In the park when they're sitting on the swings.
Next little bit of oversharing.
Yeah, I saw a vagina for
my first vagina here. I was like,
thanks you for that. You're welcome.
And he says to the dad about exploring with Maeve. So he was at least reaching puberty.
Yeah.
Before he got sent to Sage Grove.
So anywhere between 12 to 14.
Yeah.
Realistically, just given how also childish he is in a way.
Yeah. The way the mom talks about it, it sounds like your uncle had this thing, you started to grow up, and we saw you had this thing, so we gave you V in the hopes of protecting you from it. If that's the case...
No, I'm pretty sure they gave them to them as babies. There's, the uncle, but you don't just have, like, there's probably a family
No, the uncle didn't just snap and do that thing, but it's... Yeah, I just want to know when, like, I'm assuming, well, you're probably right, they would have had to have been given it as babies.
Because that's how Vought operated.
She gave it to both of them, hoping to protect both of them from
that has opened
the
up
genetics.
A really new, sinister thing of the way Vought probably screens for genetics. So this targets people who have predispositions because they're willing to take the substance to fix. It's like, oh, if you both have...
Well, they went to
genetically you're like,
Marie's parents because they couldn't have kids. They went to Annie's parents because they didn't have the money.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they are targeting those type of demographics where it's like it's kind of what are the corporation version of those spiritualist churches I hate, where they're targeting people who are kind of desperate or are fear mongering.
Oh yeah,
like in terms of we can fix anything, we can fix genetic. You're
Yeah, no, I'd say you probably are right. They must have given it to them as kids. It was just
because Marie. I think Marie has to be taken as a separate thing because of the involvement.
Well,
the fact that she's Odessa.
She also got it as a baby just before she was even a baby.
Yeah. So we have to take her. But she's outside of the sample pool. they all get it administered as babies. That has been
no, but not all, because Kimiko and her brother and presumably Maverick.
Yeah, but any of the ones
Maverick, I suppose, could have manifested his powers very, very late. But we saw Maverick with no hint of him having powers at all in season 2 when his dad was dead. Yeah. And then he's in Gen V with powers. So he either manifested really, really late or he got his V late. And we have seen
but that's
more and more adults, like Zoe.
Yeah.
She was an adolescent and got it. So Sam could equally have gotten it as an adolescent.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're probably right. But that's all we get of Sam. He ends the episode on the swings with his mom. Things seem
pretty okay.
Relatively good. Yeah. He didn't hurt anybody badly.
Yeah.
He got some answers. He got set on the path to healing, I'd say, if not a little bit of healing there and then.
Additional support as well.
He doesn't think his mom hates him anymore.
No.
So, yeah, Sam has a positive outcome for this episode.
That's nice.
Polarity doesn't.
No.
And everybody else doesn't, but let's get them to that point first. Because the episode proper starts with Cipher a month ago.
Or a couple of months ago.
I think it says a month, but I can't...
no, it's back before the semester starts.
He's just moved in because he gets a housewarming gift.
Yeah.
But yeah, the episode starts with him taking burnt dude, Cipher's dad in inverted commas.
Yeah, wrinkly old sausage man.
Godolphin.
Yeah.
Godolphin.
It's Godolphin.
I'm going to come out with it.
It's Godolphin.
It's Godolphin.
It's
and
Godolphin
is controlling whoever that body that's claiming to be Cipher is.
He is walking him around like a little meat puppet.
Yeah, he is the meat puppet.
He is Krang.
Yeah, we've gotten hints and even more hints throughout this episode.
Sorry. You remember in the Adventures of Grim and Evil? You had brain and stomach.
Oh, in Roscoff.
Yeah. So he is brain.
Yeah. But that's what I think.
I'm pretty sure he is controlling him because there's weird things about him, like his cadence. There's turns of phrase he uses.
There's things that come later in the episode. There's things that we've already mentioned about, like the archives. He was hunting Godolphin.
Yeah, he was hunting Godolphin in the archives. What he fucking eats, I'm sorry. Like, there is something fucked up about those smoothies.
I was thinking that if you're a burnt husk of a person who only gets like paste, as we see when Cipher is cleaning and feeding
nutritious paste,
why would you bother letting the person that you control have proper food? You just give them sustenance. So that's why he's having his garbage smoothies, except for treat day, because maybe he feels a little bit bad for his puppet and wants to give him something. The fact that he doesn't,
he's basically an avatar,
but he genuinely doesn't care whether or not Cipher's going to stab him in the neck.
No,
it seems, or Polarity's going to stab him in the neck.
It doesn't matter if that one
he'll
dies.
just get a new meat puppet. Godolphin.
It's Godolphin. He's been wearing this one for a while, at least 19 years.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, he might be attached to it.
That's a very good point.
Oh my god, he's a Gua'uld, but just not in him.
The prevailing theory is currently... Our prevailing theory is currently...
he is
the man in the tube is Godolphin. Yeah. Godolphin has the mind powers, not Cipher.
Because that would make sense, because Godolphin would, like, with all the vapors and the fire and stuff like that, because he is very, like, Spawn.
Or he developed his own powers to the extent that they are now, and that's why he's on his quest to get everybody else to develop their powers. But
maybe he just doesn't like what they did with Homelander. Oh, did he have like a boner for Stormfront?
Well, no, I wouldn't be surprised if he just realizes Homelander is an emotional mess.
Yeah.
And they need something better.
Übermensch.
But the other thing then as well is, if Cipher was Cipher and the dude in the tube is just Cipher's dad, you'd have nurses to do all that stuff that we see him doing.
Yeah. It's very intimate.
Yeah, whereas if you're...
And, like, not to rag on anybody who chooses to do that. Like,
no.
But there are people who... I couldn't do that. But straight up. Like, I love you, but given the rest I'm paying somebody to do that.
He's the dean of the university. Yeah. He doesn't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
Why would he be doing it on his own?
That lotion bath looks both goopy but inviting.
But why would he be doing any of that on his own unless the guy in the tube is Godolphin, who's controlling him and is like, I can't have anybody else come in here and discover my secret.
Bath me.
So only my meat puppet is allowed to feed me and bath me and clean me and all this stuff. And yes, they go into great detail. There's diapers and all sorts of that stuff as well. But anyway, skipping over that, as he's bathing...
It is unfortunately the reality as well.
I'm just going to start calling him Crispy Guy Godolphin. As Cipher is bathing Godolphin... We hear
somebody he rubs the lotion on its skin.
We hear somebody say that Cipher has really cliched taste in music, and it's sage.
It is sage, and it's interesting because Godolphin notices her first.
Yeah.
His eyes flick to her first, and she seems to address him directly, and then Cipher turns around.
And they talk about the music
She
thing.
doesn't seem to be surprised by Godolkin in the bath. Like, she's not surprised
No.
by any of the situation.
No, not at all.
It's like, this is...
she walks in there at full knowledge.
Yeah, and she's like, you have the most cliche taste in music. And he's like, oh, Einstein said that this was some, like, fucking whatever. I can't remember what
but he says it was Einstein's favourite. She says Einstein was a racist. He's like, how could he be? And she's like, he hated Chinese just because he
was under investigation by the FBI for his civil rights activism.
Yeah, and then
she was like, we hate Chinese people. Like, just because he was paying for my side doesn't mean he liked everybody.
And I'm wondering, is that a little hint of things to come for Sage, wherein she is basically saying, look, I'm currently fighting for the soup side, but I've got my own agenda.
Yeah.
In the same way that Cipher obviously does. And then she slaps him and they ride.
Yeah, the hitting thing is weird, the hand placement. Well, she gives him a gnome. And that gnome met a very unfortunate end.
Yes.
I wonder if she knows that her gnome got boned.
Probably.
Oh,
maybe it was all part of her plan.
Yeah. It's a proper dick-sized hole. She will just get up on anything, won't she?
Well, yeah.
Fucking hell, Sage. As well, throwing it around the place.
When she slaps him, he says harder.
Yeah, that's weird.
Given what Jordan says towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, you're in pain.
I wonder, is it just like feeling anything? And then, they ride, but she covers Cipher's eyes.
Yeah.
And stares directly at Godolkin.
Yeah.
So, he's controlling Cipher.
It's a weird menage a trois with a very unwilling participant in the middle, because I can't believe from how Jordan described it. Oh yeah, no,
it's like Supernatural and the demons. Like that dude is just locked in. Yeah, whoever actual Cipher is, he's been locked in there for like 20 years now.
Yeah.
I am going with that assumption because of the no V in the blood thing.
There's no V in the blood, and there's the fact that he was able to walk around. He's, by his own admission, been like, I wore you like a meat puppet.
Yeah, no, it's that Cipher is Godolkin is Cipher. That's a me too.
Yeah, and I think he's strong enough to project out through as well. He's that strong.
Yeah, he's strong enough that he can go through Cipher and possess Jordan as well.
But he's not strong enough to do it to multiple people at the same time, thankfully.
Yeah, because it did look like he lost control. No, it did look like he lost control of Jordan at the very end of the fight.
But it also looked like he might be losing control of Cipher too.
Could be. Again, we need more answers when it comes to Cipher. But that's how the episode opens, with some weird old folks getting cleaned and some riding. And
it's very uncomfortable when eating dinner.
Yeah, no, it wasn't pleasant. Even though we knew it was coming,
we still made that decision.
But back in the present day, the fight is finished, and
Marie's being escorted out of the ring. She's being bombarded with questions. Everyone's like, and they're asking her some really fucked up questions too.
It's the usual
like gender fucking
culture war bullshit.
Piss off.
Yeah, Jordan had the upper hand when they were in their male form, but then lost it when they switched to their female form. Don't you think that proves that trans athletes shouldn't be allowed in women's sports? Blah, 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 blah.
I still think there should be one average person per sport in the Olympics, just to prove to all the people who said that they can do it that they can't.
I think we should have the Stoner Olympics, like Susie said.
All the top athletes.
The 400 yard
fucked.
400 yard dash, but at the end you get a Mars bar.
Watch me sprint in high heels.
But Marie goes into the dressing room and Jordan is there wrecking shit.
Jordan is not happy.
All the assistants leave.
They have
Marie's kind of like, look, it's over, and Jordan's like, no, it's not, and explains explains what they just went through. And Marie is like,
because that can't be comfortable being lifted from the inside.
No, it's interesting because she's
talking about because Jordan's talking about being controlled by Cipher and how they were completely helpless and they were in there and they could see what was going on, but it was like they were in the back seat.
Yeah,
and that it was like number one, like the most violating thing that could possibly happen to you, like to not be able to control yourself. Like no,
they approach it very much as if Jordan has been. Now I could be wrong. I felt that they were approaching it very much as if Jordan had been sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
There's a conversation between Jordan and Marie later on, which goes along the same lines, and I just thought that was very interesting that they were taking that route, not in a bad way, but just given what happened to Huey in season 4, being played for laughs versus this being played very seriously. But different writers as well, I suppose, and also female director and female writer for this episode.
But they literally took over her.
I'm not
switch.
Not trying to downplay it at all.
Yeah.
I like that. I liked the route that they went with it. It was just given that was one of the criticisms I saw leveled at season 4 a lot was Huey's sexual assault was played for laughs.
Yeah.
This wasn't strictly a sexual assault, but it is being played as one. And I like that they went that route with it. Like, don't get me wrong, because it really, really affects Jordan. And you can see it because when Jordan is trying to say, look, you were super powerful. You were going to be, like, you were tearing me apart.
Right. Yeah.
Cipher was right. Marie's like, no, Cipher wasn't. Cipher bursts in, says, actually, I was right.
Cipher just kind of peeks around the lockers.
Well, he's already there, yeah.
Hello. You need to put a fucking bell on him. He's like, I'm actually normally right, but it's nice of you to say.
When he gives his little speech about, oh, how great was it? Your power is up. Tell me how fantastic it was. Doesn't it feel great? You're going to keep training, blah, 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 blah. Marie says she doesn't want to train, and Jordan says she said no.
Yeah.
And when Cipher turns around and is like, oh, I'm sorry, do you want my hand up your pooper again, controlling you entirely?
Yeah. You are weak.
Jordan is just terrified.
Yeah.
And you can see, and again, Derek Liu, the acting, particularly in this season, they've really given him a lot to do, and he's stepped up to the plate. But yeah, both Jordans look terrified there.
Yeah.
And it is that confrontation from a serial abuser kind of. It seems like that kind of fear.
Just not being able to, because it was like they made me. That was the one thing that they keep saying is they made me switch.
And they had, absolutely no control.
Yeah.
And they know that...
Whatever about taking over your body, but then forcing the switch as well, it's an added layer of humiliation of, like, you can't even hold the form. And
they know that it can happen again at any time, because that's kind of earlier on in the conversation when Marie's like, it's over. Jordan's like, no, it's never going to be over now.
Yeah.
Like, now that we know what Cipher can do, at any point he wants, he can just take
say,
over any of us. Like,
does he have to see us? Like, do we know what his limitations are? Has he been in my head once? Can he just pop in there again now?
Yeah, does he have
Has a door been left ajar?
Yeah, does he have to take control to get into my brain, or can he just access what's in there without taking over?
Yeah.
Like,
can he rummage around while he's in there?
Yeah, it is so far from over, Marie. And Cipher just...
if you can rummage around, get him to have a pokey around in Sam's. That'll break it.
But he just further adds to the point that it isn't over when he lets them know that, look, you can either train with me, Marie, or you can go and join Cate. And they're like,
Join Cate where?
Join Cate where? And he's like, well, I sent her back to Elmira. Or I sent her to Elmira.
Yeah.
Because...
I didn't think she'd had the chance to, visit its glorious location, experience its hospitality and all it has to offer.
Yeah. He says, look, I had to put... You guys tried to expose me for being human. You should have known better.
Sloppy.
And somebody...
Sloppy.
Yeah, somebody has to get punished. Otherwise, I look weak.
Yeah.
Just throwing in that last little dig at Jordan.
The delivery of all of it is so good as well, because it's so sarcastic.
Just the way he switches between threatening, like seriously threatening, lighthearted threatening, genuine lighthearted. It's just, it's brilliant. He's so good.
Tony, you have whiplash with him.
But then, I suppose, along with the theme of loss of control and kind of, just general loss of control of one's body, we see poor Cate.
Oh, yeah, Kate's not having a good day.
Getting brought into Elmira.
Oh, God.
And how degrading that whole process is for her. And I assume anybody who gets brought in.
Forced to strip down, but especially for her as well, because they're like, they take her wig, they take her
prosthetic,
the crouch.
Yeah.
She makes a fair break for it.
Good she tries to, but her powers still aren't working.
No.
It seems like...
It's all very sexual. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it. Even the later on, it seems to have like a weird sexual overtone. But there's
always...
at least she's being direct now with her commands, but they seem to be convoluted in the way she used to do it.
Yeah, they seem...
The intention is like, even though she's been like, when she's like, oh, kill them all and free me, it turns into something that she would have gotten, say, the guards to do as a distraction. In the past. But it's still
like her somewhat related to what her actual command is, because when the guard who fucks the gnome, she's like, fuck off and pretend you never saw us.
Yeah.
And he goes off and he fucks the gnome, but he does go off, and that guy attacks himself instead of everybody else. Yeah. And then later on, the guy does use the key, just not in the way that she asks to use the key. So, but even that one seems like it's a little bit closer to what she asked than any of the previous attempts.
Yeah.
So maybe she's getting it a little bit back, but it doesn't work for her there. A whole lot more guards rush in, shock her, and put the collar on her.
Yeah.
And tell her if she uses her powers again, she's going to get shocked again.
She gets dumped in a cell.
Yeah, she gets dumped in a cell, and I like the setup. We see a lot of Elmira in this episode.
Yeah.
There seems to be a few different cell blocks, and they're all set up.
Pods and circular.
That panopticon way where the central office is there and can view any single cell at one point. But yeah, Cate gets thrown in.
You're not going to half-ass your multi-million-dollar facility that's used to hold extremely dangerous soups.
No, them look like some heavy-ass doors.
Yeah. Shot collars and stuff.
Yeah. And we do find out that security has been upped because back on campus
they're discussing.
Jordan and Marie are filling Emma in on the fact that Cate is gone, and Emma's kind of like, "Good."
Yeah, she's like, "Shots."
Yeah, they're all getting shit faced.
Yeah,
and
it's been a rough day. I don't blame them.
Yeah, again, the conversation basically comes back around to
we gotta go
get her
because we can't leave her there.
Emma's like, "No." Jordan is a little bit hesitant. Marie is like, "Look, I understand if you don't want to because
but if we find out that Cate dies and we didn't do anything, can you live with that?"
Well, that's how she convinces Emma, yeah.
But that is it. As much as they've been through and as much as they dislike Cate, can they live with the fact that she could die and they didn't try? Are you basically
Emma's response, yes, no, fuck, fine. I'm in.
Shit.
Well, I mean, Marie does have to try
Emma,
and convince.
Like when you see the conditions later on, it's like, yeah, no wonder Emma did not want to go back.
Marie does try and convince them by reminding them how bad it was. Like, even as much as, we might have against Cate, do you remember how bad it was there? Yeah. I wanted to kill myself. Emma, you never even left your cell when you were allowed. And Jordan, you're the strongest person I know, and you cried yourself to sleep every night.
Yeah.
Can we really leave her in that place?
Yeah, because Kate's not built for that.
Yeah, and that's also where we get that conversation that
actually, Kate's entirely built for that because that's how she spent like 7 years of her life.
Yes, a very good
her
point.
Well,
she spent her entire teenage years in a fucking cell. That was her bedroom. Yeah.
She had shit to do in there, though.
She didn't need to have a giant metal door in that bedroom. Like, she doesn't have super strength. She's not bulletproof.
No.
They just needed a good lock. Like,
yeah.
But no. So Marie convinces them to break them out by everything that we've said, and also kind of like the fact that she completely regrets not going back for the guys in the first place.
They start to make plans. They draw a little map of like what they remember of the cell block.
Yeah, and Marie explains
her
a little bit of how she escaped. I love Emma's realization
that
Marie killed Hershey Harry.
Yeah,
like, he disappeared around the same time you was.
Right. I do love how she took him out though.
They nicked himself shaving.
He must have nicked himself shaving, and just the pulling it and just.
Yeah.
A cartoonish way to go. I appreciated that. Thank you.
Well, but now she doesn't even need to.
Yeah.
Well, she shouldn't.
Because in an episode, even though there's like a lot of them getting shocked and dealing with a lot of soldiers and being in a facility, this isn't actually a very violent episode in terms of like
there is little to no
I appreciate
power usage except for Sam accidentally hitting his dad.
Yeah.
And Jordan switching.
And a little bit
Cate,
of Cate.
A little bit of Cate trying to push. Other than that, there's not. Yeah. And Polarity.
Yeah.
But there's no.
But I appreciate
there's no big fights. There's no. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that the almost cartoonish nature of Hershey Harry's death.
Yes. But yeah.
Was that she got out of vent and then booked it?
Yeah, and they then say after she
bumped
left,
up security. They put a lot of new doors, including the big metal door, the big door.
Yeah, and Jordan marks out where Andre died on the map as well. And I think that's when Emma says, right, okay, look, well, if we're going to do this,
we're going to need somebody big, strong, and crazy.
Something strong and crazy. And, I mean, who else fits the bill?
Sam.
But Sam. So she gives him a call, and Sam is still at home at this point. I think that the call happens in between him watching TV and him being in the room with his dad. Oh, it is, because he takes the call while they're watching TV.
Yeah.
And Emma tells them what they want to do, and Sam's like, no.
Yeah.
Because fuck Cate. I don't care about her, and she's where she deserves to be.
Because she fucked with my head.
Emma's like, well, look, if we don't, we're going to be as fucked up as her. And Sam's like, I already am.
So, yeah.
Emma's like, maybe less so if you do help us. And he says, no. And I think if he wasn't where he was, he might have gone to help them. And where he is by the end of the episode, I think he will go to help them.
Yeah.
But
he
then and there,
to sort some shit out. Like he had a little bit of not a bonding moment, but
Well, at that point,
moment of comfort with Jordan prior.
Yeah, and he was.
And
at
it's
home.
nice for him to relate to be able to chat to people like who knew his brother as well and tell stories.
But at that point in his journey, he's gotten home. He's gotten a hug from his dad, and him and his mom and his dad are sitting down watching Avenue.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
Nothing bad has happened. None of the hard questions have been asked or answered yet. Yeah. So yeah, he's in a good, comfortable place at that point. He ain't leaving. By the end of the episode, he's learned a lot, and I think he might be ready to go and help them. But then and there, he's not. So they have to go on without him. Back on campus, Jordan is trying to give Marie the keys to the car that they got. Yeah, because it's
like, well, you're number one now, so you deserve the car. And Marie's like, I never learned to drive. I don't have a license. And Jordan's like, what? Never mind, and just like snatches the keys back. Yeah, it's like, well, took it. And Emma shows up and is like, well, Sam's not coming. Yeah. And then, what's his name? Greg?
Well, Marie says, I got out of there on my own. I didn't have you two guys. The three of us can do it together. Without Sam. And then, Greg, Ali's brother whose name we didn't know, shows up and doesn't know how to read signals because he's worse than I am. Yeah. Like, kiss the girl. Yeah. She wants a kiss. Give her a kiss.
Sebastian is on your ear, motherfucker. Like, there was a whole flock of birds singing in the background.
Yeah, I mean, even Marie and Jordan are
like giggling up against the door.
Like, it's coming. And then, no, he just completely misses it. But yeah, she tells
it could have been worse. He could like patted her on the head or like bro bumped her or something.
No, I think he wants to. He's just not sure if she does. Because, Emma tells Greg that they are going to go and try and break Cate from Elmira.
And if they're not back in
he does offer to help.
48 hours. Yeah, because he can fly.
Yeah, he can fly. Like, he does offer to help, but she tells him if we're not back, go and contact Polarity.
Like, he's safe, he's one of us.
Thinking about it now, he'll probably actually be
he's the person who's going to find
Polarity post-seizure, But they have this thing of, oh, goodbye, is this going to be our last goodbye? Hopefully not. Do we kiss? Do we not kiss? They don't kiss. She goes. Do you want to
leave it on a kiss? Like...
She goes back to the car and Marie is like, well. She's like,
shut up.
Let's just go and rescue this bitch.
Yeah. Fuck you. Could be getting nailed right now. That's basically it, because Emma's a horny little fucker. Like.
Well, yeah, because when she rings Sam, she's like, I need a favour. Not a sexual favour. This favour has nothing to do with us getting back together. Like, that's not on the cards. Yeah. I've got a flying dude that I want to bang.
Yes. Because positions.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen the flying sex a couple of times.
Yeah.
Not in this show, but on the main show.
Yeah. Always seems precarious.
But then it's a very quick break-in attempt.
It's a really quick way to break your dick.
The flying sex, yes. A very quick break-in attempt.
Oh yeah, they get up onto the roof.
Over the barbed wire very quickly, and then
You were all like, ooh, show off Jordan going over the fence.
Yeah, I know, but what I was saying was when they get up onto the roof, how funny it would have been
if Emma was just big and
Emma if Emma just made herself really, really big to the point where she was as big as the roof and then put her hands on the roof and then just shrunk so that she was like holding onto it, got up that way.
She'd be naked.
Yes, she would, and she doesn't have that great control of her powers yet, but it would have been funny. But yeah, they go in the duct that Marie broke out, take the panel off, and it's solid concrete. Trapper keeper.
Fuck you, told you.
I love that, and I love just as much Jordan's response when the grenade comes in.
Hold your
Jordan
breath.
thinks it's hold your breath.
Oof. No, big it's explosion. Some sort of flashbang.
Big explosion, and they wake up.
It's probably halothane.
It probably is a flashbang with halothane.
Because they know that, like, I keep saying this, Vought are fucking scavengers. They're going to use shit. Like, they know Frenchie's one of the best at taking out their guys. Anything that Frenchie leaves behind is going to be good.
Yeah, I know. We've said it multiple times. Yeah. The Vought steal stuff off the boys and then put it into mass production. But, they wake up in the cells.
It's a whole montage of various people getting shocked and
Jordan
waking
gets
up.
shocked.
Jesus, Emma's cell is fucking harsh.
Marie gets jabbed with something.
Yeah, they inject
Emma
her
gets
with
thrown into a clear cell.
Yeah, because if she gets tiny, there's nowhere for her to hide.
She
doesn't even get a toilet. She has a bucket. She's literally in a hexagon like she's got a mattress on the floor. She doesn't even get a duvet or anything.
Yeah.
Sleep on the floor.
Well, no, I think they all just have mattresses on the floor.
Yeah, but like...
Although, actually, just speaking of them all, we get a little bit of a look at a few soups when Cate gets brought in, but none of them...
It's hard to tell when they've all been like... You can't use your powers.
None of them look familiar, and none of them had any obvious traits that related to their powers, except for the girl who had the, like... Antenna thing. Yeah. But anyway, I just felt it was worth mentioning that there's obviously other soups there, but we don't really see what...
Yeah, they're all quite young.
Any of them are. I'm guessing this took over from Sage Grove after Sage Grove got wrecked.
But also it seems to be that people who age out of like Red River and shit like that, that's where they go as well if they're not profitable to vote.
Yeah, but I think Safe Grove might also have been that place as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, Emma's the first kind of that we see to wake up and
just be like,
she's actually opposite Cate.
Fuck, yeah.
And Kate's like, holy shit, Emma, is that you? You got caught again? And Emma's like, no, this is your rescue.
Yeah.
Aren't you fucking
first
delighted?
of all, she's like, Kate, is that you?
Oh yeah, you look like a weird Barbie.
No, you look like Weird Barbie.
What is Weird Barbie?
From the Barbie movie.
Oh, it's
weird,
a specific Barbie?
Weird Barbie is...
Oh, is that like the one that every kid had that was like wrecked, that was...
Like had been drawn
missing
on.
Missing an arm and had bits of the hair pulled out.
As well. And
who?
The comedian from Saturday Night Live and a load of other stuff as well. She's fantastic. And yeah,
but it's that one broken doll that everybody
Cynthia doll
had.
of Barbies. Yeah. That's okay. Weird Barbie. She's been
Kate,
half melted. Like
Kate looks genuinely overwhelmed
that
at the fact
somebody
that they did, because she's like, even after everything.
She's like, Jordan and Marie.
Yeah, even after everything like that, what's gone down between us, you all still came to get me out.
She's like, I wish we hadn't.
But Emma's like, well, she doesn't say that. She's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because we're all going to die in here. And
hooray!
Yeah, Cipher has obviously gone there because
he's watching everything on the cameras.
Yeah, his main interest has gone there. Yeah, and Sage shows up again
and is like,
hello.
Yeah,
Cipher says,
hello, Madam CEO. She's the new CEO of Vought.
Yes.
Surprised she took the role. Didn't see her as a suit type, and she's like, we are so close.
Well, she says, Ashley...
I bought you a present. Well, Ashley can't be seen in the current state that she's in.
So Ashley's still alive.
I swear to God, if Ashley is not some sort of fucking Yeti beast, I will fucking riot in the street.
We said that at the end of season 4. I said it would be funny if her powers were based around her having like hair and having like prehensile hair that she could control.
But Ali's got that.
But yeah, because of the whole baldness thing, it would be a funny twist. But
I just want her to be like
do that
entirely covered a la beast, but like some sort of magnificent Afghan human.
Maybe
like with the swishies. Oh my God, she would be so stylish because she could trim it into different styles. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes. Anyway, she's still alive.
She's still alive, so she survived.
Sage is the CEO.
Sage, which is weird.
Cipher says he's disappointed that he won't still get to have the one-on-one training sessions with
Marie.
This is
a better environment.
24/7
pressure, more intense. And she's like, yeah, but you can't do the same shit you did last time. Which makes you think that last time she got out, she wasn't supposed to get that far out.
Well, no, I don't think she was supposed to escape last time.
But they used that to test Andre.
No, I think... No, they were all tested in there.
Yeah.
I just don't think she was supposed to escape. But I think what she's saying there is you got whatever results you got from her here, then you took her to the college and you got more results. You can't repeat the same experiment and expect different results.
You got to ramp it up.
Another little Einstein reference.
Yeah.
Of definition of insanity.
You're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah, so she says, you can't just bring her back here and expect, new progress when you're doing the same old shit.
Yeah.
So I've brought you a present.
Because it is my prerogative. And he's like, well, where the fuck is it? And she's like, it'll be delivered.
But yeah, she tells him that he's running out of time.
Yeah.
Time to do what? She also...
But I think
he is talking about her power level.
Godolkin's aging. Like, how much longer is that crispy fucking corpse going to stay alive?
So yeah, is it about
looking for
Marie to heal him?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because he keeps referring to her about like
is he gonna
salvation and stuff like that.
And like her
but
blood?
Maybe, but I don't see how she
and like a transfusion of her blood.
I know what happens at the end of the episode, but that's still blood related.
Yeah.
I don't see how she could heal Godolkin.
No, but it is if.
But anyway, no, I think you might be right that I think he might want her to help Godolkin in some way.
Yeah,
like
because
him personally.
That's what I got when Sage is like, "You're running out of time." I didn't think it was in a metaphorical sense of. I think it is a literal.
No, I think it is as well because when he's talking about getting her to the next power level, he seems to be worried about it happening too fast because he mentions Homelander being concerned about how powerful she is, and Sage is like, "Don't worry, I'll cover Homelander." But yeah, Sage seems to be saying we need to hurry up, and he seems to be worried about moving too fast with Marie, or if not Marie, the plan. So maybe you could be right as well that he himself is running out of time, but Like, he got turned into a Krispy Kreme in 1967. It's now 2025, and he's still alive in that hyperbaric chamber. So, don't know that he's running out of time that quickly, but I do think you're right that he wants Marie to help him.
Yeah.
Because
V seems to cause tumours. No matter what it's in, it just depends on what rate they grow at. V has a detrimental effect on everybody. It's like
when
Polarity, any of the guys with psychic powers
when you
get
develop
really
problems,
fucked up.
When you develop problems, V makes it worse.
But V really fucks with the psychic power guys.
Well, V, when you get psychic powers from V, it really fucks you up.
Yeah.
Is, I think, a fairer statement to make.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The brain looks like Swiss cheese.
But then again, we still don't know. We're assuming that
What's in
Gadalkin.
the tube?
We're assuming it's Gadalkin. I'm fairly sure we're right on that, but we don't know what happened. We don't know what his powers actually are.
Yeah. All we know is horrible lab fire and butt tentacles.
Yeah. Well, horrible lab fire. We're assuming gave him powers.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with it was like all the vapors and shit.
Yeah, those powers, which would also mean he would be one of the first to not get V powers just from an injection. He's more like the Flash getting it from the big chemical explosion. Yeah, well, the chemicals in a lab going.
And lightning.
Yeah, but fire in this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something.
A Rube Goldberg machine.
He
fucking
burns in V vapors and gets powers to control
it's
people.
It's the final destination. V
continues running, or maybe sets up Gadalkin University. I can't remember if it was Gadalkin University founded prior to or after 1967, but it's around that time.
Yeah.
So the university gets set up, and he stays there and studies.
Is he some sort of
from
weird
underneath.
Phantom of the Opera?
I think
living in the bowels of the university.
I think he is. I think he's Phantom of the Phantom crossed with Professor X.
Yeah.
I think he's the Phantom crossed with Professor X, and Cipher is just one of his meat puppets.
He's his most current iteration, which is how he can stay in control.
So, anyway, Cipher then... before Cipher goes to see Marie and have a little bit of a rant, Cate takes the stitch out of her head.
Oh, she pulls the staple out.
Yeah, pulls the staple out. Oh. And then hears Emma vomiting and tells her, don't do that. Don't hurt yourself, basically. Yeah. And Emma says that she thought that once she got control of her powers, she'd be able to be past it, but unfortunately she's not. And is very fatalistic. And Cate kind of gives up on the conversation, curls up on the bed and straightens out the staple and starts kind of going to work on her neck collar. But back with Jordan and Marie, Cipher then shows up for his little rant about how Marie is going to be salvation. Yeah,
she's like, I don't want you to be a weapon. You are salvation. You will exceed all of us. I want you
you're going to make your life potential. Better, everybody's life better once you reach your full potential.
And Jordan's like, cut the fucking bullshit.
And I appreciate it. Stop talking in fucking vague half.
Jordan's basically had it and is just like,
just tell her.
Tell us.
Yeah, what's your
we
actual...
know you were there when she was born. We know that she Project
we know about Odessa.
We just don't know what it is.
Yeah, like
just tell us
what your goal
what
is.
You want.
Yeah, like don't give us vague to bring Marie's power up to a level.
What?
Why do you want that?
What do you want?
Yeah.
Just tell me.
But yeah.
What do you want?
And Cipher's like, oh, look at this. You've grown a little bit of a backbone.
When did this happen?
Yeah,
maybe I should hop in there again and have a little rummage about.
I can't remember exactly what it is that Cipher says, but Jordan then responds and is like, "You're a liar."
Yeah, it didn't fit because it was like, "Oh, you fit me like a glove." It felt good in there, and they were like, "No, it didn't." Jordan's like, "No, it didn't. I could feel you. You're in pain."
Yeah, not only were you in pain,
it was like I was afraid.
Yeah,
but you were in pain and constantly.
Yeah, what's more then says you're in constant
always
pain.
In pain. So yeah, you are Gadalkin.
Yeah, you're the dude in the tube who's all burnt, who's constantly in pain and has to be rubbed in weird salve stuff.
Yeah,
and you are that person because he looks a little bit. Marie has a bit of a realization. It would explain the Novia in the blood.
Yeah,
it's that it's got to be that.
He has to be Gadalkin, but there's a really funny bit because he's obviously stabbed himself through the hand earlier in the day, and he has it bandaged up when he tells Marie to stop eyeing his boob.
Marie
she's been picking her thumb, and her thumb is bleeding, and it's like a fucking little river, and she's like, I can't control it. What the fuck? They injected me with something, and he's like, oh, and that's when he pops in, and that way he's wont to do, like the Grinch.
Tells her
it's an anticoagulant, so you might want to stop picking that thumb, or else you end up like most of the royal monarchs of Europe.
Yeah. But yeah, then she spots the
wrapped
bandage
and
on
he's
his
like,
hand.
don't. He's like, oh.
Eyes off my boo-boo. Yeah, unless you want me back in your boo. Yeah.
That means you, Jordan.
Yeah, has his big rant thing, and then
it's like, you come with me. Want to show you something?
Takes her and shows her where Andre died.
Yeah, that door is fucked.
That is a big door that Andre wrecked.
That is a big door.
And then takes her and shows her sister.
The thing that makes me really mad about that is that if Andre had been taught how to finesse rather than brute, he'd have been through that. That's why it's always better off being a rogue than a barbarian.
Well, he looks like he
just tries to
crumpled
crush
all of that door.
But his dad seems to know.
But his dad just unlocked the mechanism of the big giant door instead of.
The finesse is there.
Yeah.
That was the thing, and it pisses me off because it's like the school's supposed to fix. Like, if you had actually taught Andre something.
Well, I mean, that's what we said, and we have said many times throughout the run of the boys, is that
they learn how to use their powers, and they never learn how to use them correctly.
They don't how to. None of them learn how to use their powers, with the small few exceptions of ones who train themselves.
Yeah,
most of them just like even the ones who
even Annie's not trained well with her powers, but she has trained in other ways. Yeah, she's not good with her Starlight.
Well, she's getting better now.
She's getting better with that, but her focus was more on actually not hurting people as well. Like her methods of she actually learned how to fight properly.
But any of the ones that we've seen that even went to God You, like up until now, it wasn't about training them for powers. It was the school of crime fighting, which was going to be about like fucking call sheets and how to stand in front of a camera. Or it was
and how to do like stage
school of performing arts.
Yeah.
But now they are actually, Cipher is actually training them how to use their powers and how to advance their powers, obviously.
Yeah, because Harper as a mimic is so fucking cool. And she's underutilized. Like, I know it's only 60 seconds she can hold stuff for, but could be trained to longer.
That could be, her developing her powers could be not just...
Her power is tail.
I thought your power was
hang
tail.
On. When she went tiny, did the tail disappear?
No.
No, so they're itty bitty tail?
I don't think it did.
When she does, I wonder as well, and she turns into, well, I suppose tail is always there. Tail is just bonus.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know. Unless she takes the powers of a shapeshifter, I don't think her shape changes. You know what I mean? So when she's a speedster, she's a speedster with a tail. When she's invisible, she's invisible with a tail. When she's tiny, she's tiny with a tail. But yeah, so after he takes her to see the door, he takes her to see her sister. Yeah,
he's like, opens the cell, walks in.
Which is presumably what Sage's surprise was.
Yeah, was Annabeth.
Yeah.
And Annabeth is understandably terrified.
Yeah, terrified.
Confused.
Immediately recognise Marie and is like, help.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's like, Marie, Annabeth, help me.
Yeah.
And Cipher is like, well, here's the offer. You can both leave.
Yeah.
Marie just has to be reasonable. Will you be reasonable, Marie? And Marie's
she
like,
tries to attack him.
No! Screeching like a banshee, lunges at him, gets shocked immediately.
Yep.
They don't shock Annabeth, they just threaten her. Lock her back in, drag her, and he's like, oh, okay, well, sleep on it.
Yeah.
And she gets dragged back to her cell. Jordan's like, what the fuck? Because they're across from each other.
Yeah, Marie fills Jordan in.
And it's like they have Annabeth, and they have, that everyone's response to that is so funny. They're like, they have who now? Sorry? Because later on, it's Emma's like, what?
When Emma says, Anna fucking who?
Yeah.
It's out of surprise. I think they know who Annabeth is.
Yeah. Because that's it when she's like, oh my god, they have Annabeth. And Jordan's like, sorry, what? How?
But before there is time to process that, Cate has succeeded in getting her collar off.
But like she's fucked with her collar.
She's fucked with her collar.
It looks like she's just lying on the floor. She appears to be bleeding out a little bit. And there's a guard passing, and Emma's just like lying on her mattress on the ground, and he's like, what the hell happened to her? And Emma's like, what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and he opens the thing, and he tries to zap her, and he's like, oh, the collar's not working. So he obviously ignores all protocol in that situation and walks in. And is like, oh, fuck, you got your collar off. So then she touches him and is
I think, you're right. She doesn't have the collar off, but she's stopped it.
She's managed to break the mechanism.
Yeah, and then he comes in thinking that she's dead and or passed out. She touches him and says, give me the key and let everybody out. He takes the key, he says, sure, no thing. Takes the key and shoves it into his eyeball and drops to the floor.
And she has to pluck yet another thing. Such keys out of somewhere unpleasant.
I feel like this one's, I know it's a dude's eyeball, but I still feel like it's less pleasant than having to get right up to that dude's ass as he's fucking a gnome. But yeah, she takes the key out of the dude's eye. The eye comes with it.
Quick flick.
Yeah.
Shake that off.
Gets the collar off.
Lets Emma out.
Gets Emma's collar off. So it's a master key, obviously, or it's just one key fits all.
Yeah.
They go and get Marie and Jordan. And
they're all like, this is a bit too easy. There's no guards. Yeah. What the fuck is going on? Jordan's having big Bill Paxton and aliens energy. And he's like, they're very much like, it's too easy.
What I like is
it's the hysteria.
Like, where are the guards? Where are the alarms? And then there's like a 2-second pause, and then the alarms go off as if they heard it. And they're like, shit, they're on to us.
We have to get out. And
she tells Emma and Cate about Annabeth being there.
She's like, you guys go this way. I'll go get Annabeth.
Jordan says, no,
you can't. We're
doing it all together, yeah.
So they go through into the next section, go in, open the cell door. Annabeth is lying on the ground. Her throat has been slit.
Yeah.
They check her pulse.
She's dead.
They choose not to accept that reality.
Well, basically, yeah. And Marie
loses her fucking shit.
Yeah.
And digs deep in there, and
not just deep inside herself, but deep inside everybody around her.
And I don't know if she's like forcing her heart to start pumping again.
Well, she closes the wound
as well,
which is very impressive, because that's beyond even everything we saw Vicky do.
Well,
Newman
blood heals. That's the whole thing. She can speed up the clotting process and things like that.
True. But
everything that we've seen them be able to do, that's a whole other level. She's gone from levitating people, which is all I wanted her to do. To break to necromancy.
Yeah, it's a level up. Closing the wound, blood technically would clot and form a scab and stuff. But restarting a heart, fair enough.
No apparent brain damage from oxygen deprivation.
There we go. That's what I was going to say. Depending on how long she's been dead for, Marie can't fix her brain.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like that's a thing. That's the whole thing in The Boys.
Yeah, because Lamplighter comes back wrong.
Yeah, V can restart the body, but not the brain.
It
can't fix the brain. It's only
when it's deprived of oxygen. Yeah, because you get Lamplighter come back wrong. You get fucking...
no, I don't think they're going to go that route with Annabeth at all. I'd say...
Wamahama back.
Yeah, no, but I don't think that's where they're going with this at all.
Because that's what I thought. We got a little nod to that with the virus.
Yeah, last season we got kind of a lamplighter look.
Yeah. And Wamahama back. Yeah, freaking necromancy.
Yeah, she brings her sister back from the dead.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm assuming this was all part of the plan.
Yeah. This was his next level, because it's then the guards conveniently show up.
Yeah, you hear Jordan saying they're coming. Episode ends.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about...
that's all well and good motivation now, trying to get her to do it again.
No, I'm just I don't know how I feel about bringing somebody back from the dead, just in general, on this show. I'm fine with Marie getting more powerful and being able to do, crazy stuff. Even
if she was bleeding out and
the
dying,
heart hadn't stopped.
Or it was a split second.
We did see her do that in the very first episode, where the girl got the thing in the throat.
Yeah, she got her heart going again.
And she got her heart going again and got the blood back in. But so I suppose that if the sister wasn't actually dead, that wouldn't have been that different from that. But still, I feel like we've crossed a line here.
Yeah, you're starting to get into
it's supernatural. It's not this. I feel like this show is still it's superheroes, I know, but it's largely in the realm of sci-fi.
Science, yeah.
And the main sci-fi in this is V.
But bringing people back from the dead.
I mean, I know. Well, I suppose Kimiko does it all the time, though. But that's herself. That is her power. Yeah. So
Kimiko just can't die. It's actually
she can heal herself.
Yeah.
So when she gets shot in the head, that would be something that would kill her, but her brain heals.
It's like Wolverine powers.
Same with Sage. When Sage's brain gets shot, it heals.
Yeah.
When Kimiko's heart stops, it heals itself.
Yeah.
This is different. I don't think that Annabeth has powers. And even if she did, we haven't seen other soups be killed and come back to life. We've only seen Kimiko do it.
Yeah.
So it feels like I don't know, it just feels like they've introduced something new to the show. And I don't...
It's weird. And
I don't know, coming back from the dead is in the realm of supernatural shows.
Yeah.
If it is in the realm of sci-fi shows...
it's like a medical intervention.
I was going to say, if it's in the realm of sci-fi shows, it's like Sarcophagus is on Stargate. Yeah. Or it's cloning. Or it's... You know what I mean? I don't know. Obviously, I'll see how they go forward with it. Yeah. But it's weird. Bringing somebody back from the dead feels weird on the show. and I can't quite put my finger on why, but that's as close as I can come to it at the minute.
It's a big leap.
It's just it
levitating
feels,
bodies.
Yeah, it just
like that really escalated quite.
Yeah, quickly. And like I say, I know they needed to up Marie's power, but literally bringing somebody back from the dead just feels maybe just too soon. I don't know. Maybe that should have been. I thought
they would have focused more on getting her to like subtly kill people.
Yeah,
like all the nerve pinches and shit. Make it look like a heart attack.
Given that we've just seen her bring her sister back from the dead and use the like strength of people around her, she also said that she felt like she could explode the whole stadium when she was levitating Jordan.
Yeah. How strong is she?
I don't feel like she needs any of the rest of their help to get out. She's going to be so pissed off and know how powerful she is now. She could just walk out of there exploding people left, right, and centre like she's Cindy and Newman combined.
Yeah.
That's what
I miss Cindy.
Cindy's coming back.
I know.
But I feel like that's not what's going to happen at the start of the next episode.
Like, is she going to go full Dark Phoenix?
Well, they could nearly, but I feel like given what she's just done,
be a great and powerful queen.
She should be able to walk out of there, snapping her fingers, making people explode like she's Lucifer on Supernatural.
Like if she really gets like all the blood powers and is able to levitate herself as well.
No, just now. She's just brought somebody back from the dead. She should be able to walk out of there and explode every single person in the way.
I just want her hovering, walking out while people just like bleed out from all orifices. No splashies, just like. The molten like a gaze upon the eye, the figure of death, and
unless they're setting her up to take down Homelander, they've made her too powerful.
Yeah,
like we said this about Cate last season, but they've hamstrung her now.
Yeah,
and they've limited her. But unless their ultimate plan is to have her take down Homelander, I think they may have made her too powerful.
Just a scritch.
But yeah, that's just how I feel about the ending. Overall, really enjoyed this episode. More
so it felt a little bit more disjointed like the first half of it is because it's more like kind of what's going on with Sam and everything like that.
Yeah, the first half is jumping between the gang, Sam and Polarity, and then the second half is basically all in Elmira.
So it did feel like it did. I like about halfway through I was getting a bit like, oh, there's not a lot going on. There's loads going on.
Yeah,
okay,
I think I said that after the
Except
first
from
watch.
when they get in the car, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, when we were watching it the first time, the first half hour or the first like half of the show, I was thinking
like,
the same.
It's sweet, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm really glad that Sam has this, but could we have almost like reversed the order a little bit?
Or no,
like,
but
I could have done with the Sam happy ending, not happy ending, but like.
Well, that last scene with Sam does come a bit later into the episode. I think it's just before the Cate escape scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely a very, very good episode. We did get a lot more stuff to do with Cipher, but again, every time they give us more info, there's more questions raised. 3 episodes left now?
Yeah.
So they will start to wrap up, I'm guessing.
Depends on how this leads into season 5.
Oh, yeah. But
because I don't know they haven't announced any season 3 for this. Like last time it was announced by now. I don't think there will be a season 3.
Still don't see how they do it.
No, I think this is going to be it because Vault Mexico the Boys Mexico and Vault Rising. Vault Rising's currently filming.
Vault Rising is its own thing.
Yeah.
Boys Mexico, I can maybe see
as a spin-off from
because it's not entirely related to what's going on in America.
It's Stargate SG-1 Atlantis.
Maybe, yeah. But this, I just don't see, because of how, especially now, how they've tied it so close, I don't see how they can keep it going.
I think the end of this is going to lead directly into the start of season 5.
And
I'm happy with that. I don't mind that though. I could because it's characters. I always dislike when shows like the very last season of Teen Wolf. The last half of that season is like they just made it for the sake of making it, and it's painful.
I think what will happen is whatever storylines, but more likely whatever character plot lines don't get wrapped up by the end of the season.
It will be finished.
Those characters will move into season 5. Like
because in fairness,
Annie wants to recruit
Marie. Yeah. She's going to take the rest of them as well as she can. Because Jordan is strong. Like, they could all learn from Cipher as well. That's the thing, is Cipher's lessons are important.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they could all, like, actually what Cipher is trying to do in a roundabout if it wasn't, like, so fucking sinister. Actually teach them how to use their powers correctly. But he's just, evil. It's the Nazi.
But
the Nazi in him will always come out. Like
I can't see them doing a season 3.
No.
But that said, I hope maybe they do make season 5 a bit longer so that we can
get
even if it's just 10 or 11 episodes, just to allow season 5 a bit more time to tie off whatever loose threads are left from the end of this season.
To a nice little package.
But I think there will be a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of this season, but I don't think it will be anything major.
It'll be kind of like the virus at the end of the last season.
Yeah, but I don't.
It wasn't a huge thing, but we knew it was going to be important.
Yeah, but the gang were locked up. I don't even think that maybe something like that will happen. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing the last 3 episodes. Again, very much enjoyed this episode. But that was season 2, episode 5. The kids are not all right. As ever, guys, thanks for joining us. In the meantime, if you want, you can head back and listen to our previous episodes, or you can head over and listen to our other podcasts, Monorants at the Movies, or Death Rants, a Metalocalypse podcast. Or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at rantsmono, on BlueSky at monorants, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. We'll chat to you all next week. Bye bye.